Good afternoon. Sorry, I forgot to plug my freaking mic in again. I'm losing it. There we go. I don't think anybody's here anyway. Alright, I'm back to how I used to do it. There we are. Oh, I can move that. Sorry, guys. Sorry if anybody's here. I just moved my camera closer because I realized I got a whole bunch of room to play with. Oh, it's like a big zoom. We can go a little even further. There's one more. Bitchin'. That's perfect. Excellent. And I'm just going to push this back a little bit. There we go. I was contemplating shooting this one like I did the last one, back asswards, not using my monitor and just shooting it backwards from my iPad. But man, that sucked. That freaked me out. It made me nauseous. So, not doing that. I'm just going to wash my hands here real quick while we're getting everybody else online. Oh, that feels great. I was half-assed tempted to shoot this one outside because it was your standard Rocky Mountain springtime, or I guess it's what, third week of June almost. Mornings start out just beautiful, wide open, clear blue, and then you get a little convection going on, and the thunderstorms start popping up. So thankfully, I'm not shooting outside because it's absolutely pissing rain out right now. So awesome. Anyway, we are a couple minutes away. Let's have a beverage. We haven't had a beverage stop yet. We're gonna take a break. Take a break every once in a while. So this will be cool. Can everybody see my new board? You'll see it better here shortly after I get all my Mies off of it. Thanks to Mark Ducharme from Make Your Mark Woodworks in Creston for this one. And you guys have been awesome. He's getting lots of hits on his website, so that's so cool. That's what it's all about. Alrighty. Let's make some kebabs. Okay, so we are going to do. Oh, let's grab the proteins. Let's start with that. Oh. And while I do that, I'm going to do one more thing. Cough there. Okay. Now we're good to go. So we're doing meat on sticks. We're doing a lamb kofta. Got some awesome lamb from Crestview Farms. It's ground lamb or minced lamb, depending on where you're from. So I'll try and get that protein down. Then I've got some boneless chicken thighs. We're going to do a Turkish chicken kebab as well. So we're going to do one of each, and we're going to do a couple different dipping sauces with it too. And we will be slaying it. So I'm just going to run through the Mies. I'm going to run through Mies with the lamb. So the lamb kafta is going to be some cinnamon, some cumin seed, not ground cumin. If you got ground cumin, use it. If you don't, or if you have both, my preference is cumin seed. It just gives a little better bite to it. We're gonna toast these guys off right now. are right smartly, just to give them bring that oil, the oils out in them, give them a nicer flavor. So we're going to use that. Cumin seed, cinnamon, black pepper, a little bit of kosher salt. There's going to be some garlic and some finely diced onion, about half an onion there. 3 cloves of garlic. I got a pound of lamb, so this is all based on 1 pound of lamb. And that's about it for the kofta. They're super simple, really easy to make. We're going to form them kind of right on the stick, or we'll do them a couple different ways. We'll form them on a stick, and we'll make cigars first and then stab them. We'll see which one works best. And then the Turkish kebab, boneless chicken thigh, skin on. Not a deal breaker. If you don't have skin on chicken thigh, not going to be a big issue. Just make sure it's boneless, because I don't know about you, but getting bamboo through a bone is a pain in the ass. So we'll avoid that problem. And this one's going to be marinated. The chicken is marinated, ideally a couple hours. Overnight, even better. I got mine going. I think I finished my load up about, well, we'll see. I'll show you the marinade first, and you can judge for yourself. Marinade's super easy. It's going to take about a cup of yogurt. Yeah, yogurt's right here. Some mint. Some chili flake. More kosher salt. About a couple teaspoons of paprika. 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Half a lemon. We're going to slice that lemon up. And it's going to take about 5... We're going to smash about 5 or 6 cloves of garlic for that one. Okay? And a little bit of my knicker-knacker hot sauce. Aleppo pepper. I'm going to use pasilla because I've got it. Any dried pepper that you reconstitute, that's why I'm just going with the hot sauce. That hot sauce doesn't have a lot of vinegar in it, so it'll work just fine. And a little bit of red wine vinegar too. And olive oil kind of combines into both of these. And yeah, and then I'll get to the dipping sauces after, as we're waiting for this stuff to cook. So I'm going to crank my pans on. I've got my oven at 400, because what I'm going to do is as soon as these guys are seared, I'm going to fire them underneath into the oven to finish them off. Perfectly acceptable technique. Normally I would do it all in a barbecue, but I don't feel like getting soaked or electrocuted. Either way. Okay, so I'm going to move some of this stuff off. I'm going to keep my stuff all grouped up so I don't confuse myself. Bear with me momentarily. That Turkish chicken kebab is going to take some black pepper too. In case I omitted that step. And you're going to need sticks. I use 8-inch because they fit in pans better. If you're doing them on the barbecue, soak them in water. Or soak them in water anyway, regardless of my little hack. What I typically do is I'll stab my protein before the marinade, and then I'll just lay it all out in a dish, and then that way these are incorporating liquid into them anyway, just from the moisture of the marinade. But that's not a deal breaker. And in this case, I'm doing it in the pan, so I didn't even bother soaking them. So let's get that. Talked about the mint in... Oh, sorry, there's mint in the kofta as well. My apologies. Okay, so let's get that kind of stuff going right now. I'm going to get a bowl together, and we'll start incorporating some stuff. I've got this pan on here because I'm going to toast that cumin seed. We're starting with the lamb dish, okay? This is going to be the lamb first. I've got a bowl. Let's open that lamb up into it. This is a nice tactile exercise. Oh, looky. Oh, you know what? I'm going to need some breadcrumb too. It's going to take a little binder. You don't have to add an egg. Just a little bit of breadcrumb in there just to tighten everything up together. So I'll put that there so I don't forget it. Okay, and I'm going to glove up one hand for this exercise as well. Because I hate getting crap underneath my fingernails. Okay. lamb kofta. I'm just going to break that guy up a little bit. I'm going to chuck my binder in there right now. This ground lamb is typically 70%, so there's a fair amount of fat into it, so we got to just kind of make sure that all sticks together. I'm going to, for a pound of lamb, I'm going to throw in a couple, quarter cup of breadcrumb. Panko, fine, whatever you got. This was handier than going to dig it out my panko. Then I'm going to put half of a medium onion into there. Should have thought about this exercise a little earlier on. I got to wipe my hand off because I need to use a knife. So I got to buck up that garlic. I'm going to put a teaspoon of black pepper. I'm going to take my cumin seeds. I'm going to use about 2 teaspoons. And those are going into the pan dry. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Right there. And I'm smelling them as soon as they hit that heat. I'm smelling them already. So just, you don't want to burn them. You just want to toast them. They should start popping. If they're half-ass fresh, they'll start popping a little bit. I'm going to take a teaspoon of cinnamon. Teaspoon of salt. Just your regular kosher salt. See, these guys are going to pop. You can see the smoke coming off of it right now. Okay. And this is actually the pan I'm going to do the kofta in anyway, so I'm absolutely cool with that. Come on, pop for me. Don't make a liar out of me. Oh, they're making a liar out of me. Okay, I'm going to put those guys in. Make sure they're all out or we're going to have smoking issues. Let's buck up some garlic real quick. Nice fine little chop. So today's show is actually brought to you by friggin' Creston for some reason. Everything is Creston oriented today. Got my cutting board that I'm cutting on right now from Creston, from Make Your Mark Woodworks. I've got Crestview Farms lamb from Jess and Aaron Birdsall in Creston. And I'm even drinking a Creston beer. I'll show you that in a sec. Okay, my pans are cranked. I want to get these guys in. In and mixed. Okay? That goes done. I'm just going to park that right there for a sec. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. I'm going to leave that wiper right now. Actually, I'm going to wipe that guy down here. Okay, and that's basically your kofta mix. You're going to mix it all up together. We're going to do that in a sec. I want to get the marinade going for the chicken one. For the chicken, for the Turkish chicken kebab. Okay, so this is the marinade and the marinade only. I'm going to take a cup of yogurt. Full fat Greek yogurt. Then I'm going to need 2 tablespoons of tomato paste into there. Teaspoon of paprika. Let's go tablespoon of black pepper. Tablespoon of kosher salt. It's going to take quite a bit. Not a panic. Chili flake, I'm going to go a teaspoon. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. I should have done this in a bigger bowl. And I still may. Yeah, I'm gonna. That's gonna just be a disaster otherwise. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Oh, perfect. There's still a fair amount of whey on the bottom of that yogurt. So, yeah, just moving that guy into a bigger bowl. Where do we get to? Red wine vinegar we got to. It's gonna take. Gonna pull this guy off frame for a sec. I'm going to slice some lemon up, as thin as you can get it, and just slice it. It doesn't have to be diced, doesn't have to be zested, none of that shiz. And that's going to go into there. And give this another little wipe. And then my garlic, I got about 6 or 7 cloves there. This is a marinade, it's not a huge panic. I'm just going to smash these guys. Come so. Okay. Just give them a smash. And into there. And I'm going to have to turn that fan on. I want my stuff smoking hot. Okay, we're just mixing that marinade up. And that's going to go over our chicken. I'm going to do this the lazy way. I'm going to buck our chicken up and put it right into there. And then when it comes to putting it on sticks, it's just the only difference is it's just a little less tidy. It's a little messier. But you don't really need to see me skewer chicken. I'm sure you can figure that part out for yourself. So let me grab my protein board over. What I'm aiming for here is about 1.5 inch chunks. So with the thigh meat, it's pretty straightforward stuff. No biggie. And we're just going to cube those up. Don't know why I put that back on the plate, because we're going to marinate these whole, or marinate them like that. Okay. I like skin on chicken thighs. Skin is flavor. Skin is fat. Fat is flavor. Okay, we'll just buck these guys up. And get them in there. Beauty. Okay. And you're just going to mix all that in. Mix it all together. And you're going to marinate it for, try and get a couple hour soak on it easy, okay? Overnight, even better. If you want to do them after dinner, once you finish cleaning up, you want a little project, or do them the night before, cover, into the fridge. Then you're going to take them out of the fridge. You're going to mount them onto your skewers. Of which, hey, look at that. I've got some done. Okay, so that's what they're going to look like. It almost looks like tandoori, eh? So yeah, mount them onto your sticks. I'm going to get the chicken pan going. The chicken's going to take longer than that lamb. So I got about a tablespoon of oil into my little grilling pan. And I'm going to start marking these guys off. Now you know why I turned the fan on? I'm frickin' wearing this stuff right now. Normally I'd say don't crowd your pan, but this is the only size of grilling pan I have. Okay. We're going to let those guys carry on. I'm going to take my wood board out of here because that's getting pretty freaking warm right now. Just going to park him over here. And I'll put the old sacrificial board back out. There we go. Excellent. Oh, those smell awesome. Okay, the other thing I want in my cocktail that I forgot about, I want some mint. I want quite a bit of mint. Lamb and mint, kind of made for each other. There's so much meat going on. So I'm going to want about 2 tablespoons of chiffonade, or a chopped mint. If you want to use dried mint, reconstitute it in a little bit of red wine vinegar. Okay, I'm going to turn front down, or front is going to keep kicking along. Okay, so there's a couple tablespoons of fresh mint there too. Now, we can make our sticks up. I'm keeping an eye on what's happening beside me here too. Don't panic. Alright. I'm going to do 3 of these guys up. I'm just going to mix these up together. Basically like a big glorified hamburger patty. Get them good and incorporated. I can't wait to smell these guys hit that pan. That pan is doing awesome. The neighbor pan is actually seasoning that first pan nicely right now. Okay. Then I'm going to make some balls. I'm going to go about 3 to 4 ounce. Because I've got 8-inch sticks. And I'm just going to build 3 here because that's all I'm going to put in that pan. I'm going to put these guys right here. And I'm going to move this on. I got stuff everywhere right now. This might have been a little ambitious, but what the hell? It's only 4:15. Okay. So we'll do it a couple different ways here. We'll make the cigar. And we'll stab it. Okay? Your big pogo. Big corn dog. And then we'll build one right on the stick. I think the stabbing method is going to be the best. You can do it either way. I'll do the next one a different way. Might work out good too. You can just kind of roll it out that way. I think that one's not going to be quite tight enough. And then we can flatten these guys. Lay the stick in, bring it back over the stick. That's not a terrible way either. Either way, your method, your call. Okay, I think I like that method best. So let's get some oil going into our lamb pan. Not going to take much, tablespoon tops. And I'm going to actually hit those with some dash 19 too. Just on the outside, just on the exterior facade. Now those are going in the pan. Crank that back up. We're going to add some tonnage. Open the window. And we're going to flip these guys over. Nope, they're not quite there yet. Oh, maybe they are. Oh, yeah, they are. They smell awesome. Usually if you're, honestly I should have been leaving these a little longer. I'm going to fire them in. Oh yeah, there we go. No, that one's alright. Okay. Wow, that stove is a disaster right now. And I'm going to crank that up. I had it at 400. If you're doing it yourself, leave it at 400. But I'm going to be running out of time here, so I'm going to crank those guys right up, fire them in, and we'll see where we get to. You'll get the gist of it anyway. Yeah, I'm going to rinse these guys off. But yeah, it smells awesome in here right now. Alright. Yeah, they certainly take on the appearance of losing my brain today. Of tandoori style chicken. So I've got a chicken tongs right here. I'm going to grab another tongs of lamb so we're not cross-contaminating anything. Yes, no? Did I already grab one? Where's my other tongs? Okay, lamb's ready to turn. We're going to hit those on all sides. And they smell wicked. These guys going for another minute before I fire them in. Okay, let's build actually I'm going to put these guys in now. That burner's off and they're going into that hot oven. That way I won't burn the shit out of myself when I'm working right beside it. So let's build a couple little sauces. Let's just do that. So dipping sauce wise, I'm going to do another yogurt based one, and then I'm going to do a kind of a tamarind chili mayo for one as well. Oh, I don't need that. Yeah, well, no, I don't need that much. Okay, I'm going to put another cup of yogurt into here. And then into this one, we're going to do mint once again. So this is just kind of a mint, it's almost like a raita, like an Indian one. But mint, lamb, and it's close enough to the traditional version of this as well. We're going to be adding some cumin and all that stuff into it too. These guys have a hit. So I'm 3/4 of the way around there on my lamb. And this I'm going to chop up a little finer than what I did for the interior of them. I'm actually going to give them a chop. A fairly fine chop instead of such a coarse chop as the last one. Okay. So I've got about a tablespoon of chopped mint into that 1 cup of yogurt. There's my oven hitting 450. I'm going to take the juice of half a lemon. Being mindful to capture those seeds into there. A little more black pepper. Bit of coriander seed, ground coriander, half a teaspoon. I'm going to take the oil, my favorite oil, out of my garlic confit. And I'm going to put about a tablespoon of that into there. And ground cumin. So I just knocked over this cumin seed. And then I'm going to put about 2 teaspoons of ground cumin into there. We're almost there. We're almost to the mixing point. And then I'm going to put a tablespoon of honey. It's your regular pasteurized liquid honey. And we're going to give that a stir. Well, I already got a spoon in there. Look at me. SMRT I am. Okay, and the last flip on that captain. And we're going to mix this up. This stuff, if you can give it a half an hour, or if you want to build it at the same time as you're building your brochettes, your skewers, like for your marinating, as you're marinating, I'm trying to friggin' get out of my mouth. Build this at the same time, and by the time it's all ready together, by the time they're all done and all together, that'll have a great soak on them, great soaking time. Okay, so that one's done. That's our mint one, mint and yogurt. The next one is super easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I can actually get away with doing that right in there. This one, this is mayo. I've got about 2/3 of a cup of mayo. Get that ugly thing out of there. And then this tamarind chili sauce. It's basically just tamarind and sweet chili. So if you take your Thai sweet chili sauce, add some tamarind paste into it, some tamarind syrup into it, and honestly, that's about it. And this stuff is the bomb because it gives you that kind of sweet and sour component to it. So let's chuck that. I'm going to throw in about 2 tablespoons into my 2/3 of a cup of mayo. And honestly, all we're doing there, we're going to incorporate it. We're just going to give it a stir. And really, that's all there is to this one. Super saint. My God, everything smells good right now. There we go. Kebab's your uncle on that guy. All right. See where it said chicken is at. That is actually pretty freaking close. I'm going to leave it in there right before plate. This one, I'm going to turn off because that's hot enough. I'm going to kind of let that finish off and rest as we're plating, okay? So let's get these guys into more presentable containers. Because that's not terribly well incorporated because I used too small of a bowl. Okay, so there's that guy's done. And this one, let's pretend a half an hour has passed. And this guy's done. That off, get this off frame. I'm going to bring back my beauty board. Lovely. Need something to put everything on. Okay. The other thing I've got here. Oh, I've been talking for a half an hour straight. I need a beverage. This is the other Creston component. So we got Mark's board, Mark Ducharme's board. We got Crestview Lamb, and we got Columbia Brewery. They're out of Creston too. They're the ones that brew kokanee. They've got this new Apex Elevation, kind of a craft lager out now. It's actually not bad. Totally drinkable. And the price is right. It's like $10. So there's that. So I'm going to, I got a couple leaves of lettuce, just to punch things out a little bit. So I'm just going to kind of do this. I'm going to take my 2 dipping sauces, and I'm actually going to go right up the middle, right on top of those guys. I'm figuring this out as we go. As you can see, as I'm going to start moving shit around. Yeah, let's do it that way. Screw it. Okay, now we're going to take our kofta. Hard goes. Actually, I should have kept that guy for the top. That one's beautiful. Doesn't that look awesome? I don't know how well the colors are standing out, but in my world, standing right here, they're looking just beauty. And so I don't burn the shite out of myself. This is my old trick. I don't know who's been around long enough to remember that one, but I always do that if I'm pulling a pan out of the oven, so I don't burn myself. Okay, and then our Turkish kebab are coming out. That's a nice one. That'll be the top too. And these smell outrageously good right now. And there we have it. 30 minutes and some soak times. We have, I guess I need to be about here. Lamb kofta with, basically it's a raita. A yogurt and mint dipping sauce. Then we've got our Turkish chicken kebab with a tamarind chili aioli. So there we have it. Oh, we could probably garnish with a little lemon in there too. Yeah, screw it. Anyway, there it is. 30 minutes in. So thanks, guys. Thanks for joining. That was awesome. We will see you again on Friday. Friday we're doing beef cheek bolognese. So I got the video up for how to prep the beef cheeks out, how I did them, as well as some other hints if you want to do them just braised or whatever. And then we'll build a bolognese out of them. I'm using spaghettini. I like long, thin noodles for that one. But you can use linguine, whatever. Fettuccine. No biggie there. And once again, thanks to Crestview Farms for the beautiful lamb. Look at that lamb. Shazam lamb. And Mark Duchamp for my wicked board. And well, what the hell? We'll throw one out to Columbia Brewery too. Thanks for not a half bad craft lager. So awesome. We will see you Friday at 4. Cheers.